Guys, welcome back. If you're back, if you're new, hi. Today I'm starting with a before like usual and then a little bit different. We're gonna go in with Elmer's glue today. I usually use my Got2b gel. And even though it's not the Got2b gel, I'm gonna still use the same process that I usually would do, which is brush all the product through and then start pressing it into my skin like this. And then this allows you to play with it and see which direction you want the hairs to go. But I like to just brush mine all the way up. And then at the end, when I have it all in place, I like to drag my spoolie across the top just to create that final shape that I want. I also think it's super important to mention that you should always clean the excess glue or gel or whatever you're using on your brows, because it will get hard to blend your foundation when you have dry patches from glue or gel, and it kind of makes it look all cakey and weird. So I would recommend that you wipe it all before you start your face. And I'm going to go ahead and tape underneath my eye so we can get these sharp edges, and go in with my P. Louise base and just go ahead and prime my lids for eyeshadow. You can go on top of the tape. It really doesn't matter. I'm only putting the tape first before the primer because I want the tape to stick to my skin. And I don't like to put it on my face when I have any product on, just because I feel like it lifts and then it's not as sharp as I want it. Now I'm going in with my Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and start packing this lighter brown on my lash line. This is going to be the first shade. I am going to go light to dark for this look, but before I do my dark brown after this, you know the drill. I like to use that yellowish. You can see the difference from the left and the right eye, but I like to just mute that concealer or primer underneath, whatever you use. I like it just to match my skin afterwards when I have my whole face on, so that's why I do this step. So now I'm going to go in with that dark brown and just basically go a little bit underneath where that first shade was. Now I'm going to go in with my black P. Louise base, and I'm just going to use this little smudger brush to buff it in basically all the way at the bottom on the lash line, closest to the lash line. I did want to mention this isn't a super black base. It is just a primer. So what you're going to do after you put this base on is set it with the black eyeshadow, and then that's what gives you your super black pigment. Now I'm going to go in with that dark brown again right before we do the black and just buff out those edges on that primer, because we want that seamless blend. You don't want to just add black and then it's one dark black harsh line. So yeah, and then you add the black afterwards, and then you can just buff that up as far as you want. And then with my NYX Epic ink liner, I'm just going to line my lash line and basically the bottom corner of that wing. I did buff it out a little bit with a brush, but not too much because it does remove the product. I just didn't want a harsh eyeliner line. Now I'm going to go ahead and prime with Cover FX Grooving Primer, and then I'm going straight in with my L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. This is the shade 455. I thought I recorded footage of my foundation bottle, but I guess I didn't. But everything will be in the description and on the product details on my Instagram. And now I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Stick Foundations, the shade Sienna. These are the areas I like to contour. And then I basically just press the product in the same spot and just buff it out. But I do want to note the contour looks crazy because it's a lot. But don't be scared to do this because this is going underneath a lot of powder and a super bright concealer. So it will kind of calm down by the end of your makeup process. Now I'm going in with my 16-hour caramel concealer from e.l.f. This is how I want it to look afterwards. So we're just going to go ahead and get our powder ready for as soon as we're done applying and blending out the concealer. So my usual process is just to focus the main product and the majority of the product that I applied on the front of my face just to brighten it, and then all of the excess or everything else that's on the sponge already gets dragged upwards just to give me that lifted look. And then I do kind of blend on top of my nose a little bit too because I contour my nose anyways, so having all that contour there wouldn't benefit me at all. And then I like to set my face directly afterwards, and I sort of press it in instead of leaving it loose, and then I apply another loose layer on top. Now I'm going to use my NYX contour palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and contour by my eyes, my cheeks, and then my nose. Now with that same contour palette, I'm going to just use those two lighter shades to highlight the tip and the bridge of my nose. And then directly after, I'm going to go ahead and start using the contour shades and just do the sides of my nose, the tip of my nose, and then I do like to do the top of my nose as well sometimes. And I've been feeling doing the sides of my nose lately, so we're just going to go ahead and set the sides of our nose too. And then we're basically going to let this sit on our face until we have to highlight our nose. Now I'm going to go in with my Note Cosmetics Desert Rose blush. And I'm basically just going to go ham with this blush and put it all over my cheeks and even my chin and my forehead a little bit. And then I'm going to basically start dusting off all of that powder that I had on my face from this video. And that's my baking from my nose, underneath my contour, and even under my eyes. But I do completely avoid brushing underneath my eyes. I prefer to use like a sponge and just press it like this instead of dusting it off. Now I'm going in with my Ofra X Nikkie Tutorials Glazed Donut Highlighter. I'm going to go on my chin. Today I did my Cupid's bow, which I usually don't do, but sometimes it's nice. And then I'm going to do the tip and the bridge of my nose. Also my eyebrows, and usually I don't highlight my cheeks, but I do highlight all of these areas, including my forehead sometimes too. Now I'm using my Leda Lash. These are from the Everything That I Am collection. This is the style Baddie. These ones are super cute. I've used these ones before. Now this is a quick little before and after. Look at the difference a lash makes, literally. What a difference. But anyways, we're going to go in with their green duo glue, and we're just going to line our lash line and just let it get tacky. And once it's tacky, you can just pop that lash right on there. And then I wanted to mention, this is a really good method if you don't want to get the glue in your eyelashes, just to do the glue first and then mascara right after, just because when it's already upright and you get glue in it, it's super hard to remove it later. And then I like to start from the outer corner and then go to the inner corner. So I just like to push the ends in, and then the middle a little bit, and then the front last. So I've never really had problems with this method. If you tried it, let me know how you like it. But this is honestly my favorite, the quickest eyelash method I know. Now I'm going to go in with my Copenhagen lip liner from NYX and my Ruby Woo lipstick from MAC Cosmetics. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you if you got this far. Again, I really appreciate you. I tried to do a simple like Valentine's date night kind of vibe. But next week I'm going to try and do something a little bit more fun and creative for Valentine's Day. So stay tuned for that. Also, if you like this video, let me know down below. I would really appreciate it. And leave me a like and a subscribe if you can. Thank you.